Hello guys, and welcome to weekly outlook here on pound USD. We've got EURUSD, we've got gold, USDCAD, and DXY. Now I'm starting off with pound USD here. My anticipation going into the new week is a break of price above these regions, and then we know we can start bullish momentums from the regions of 1.3530 to at least 1.3660 and so on. And I will only be looking out for sales below the regions of 1.3370. As we've seen, prices have held off these regions in the past, and so breaking it means that we might actually come retest the regions of 1.3260 and so on. So what this means is first, I like to see price above these regions for buys and continuation to the upside, and for sales I would like to basically see price below these regions here, sell to the downside basically. Let me just draw this properly. It's the whole of that region actually. So okay, the other thing is we can see price rejecting through these regions at market close. It is possible, this is not recommended, but it is possible to actually see price maybe pull back into this region one more time before rejecting, and then come back to break above these regions and then continue to the upside. So something like this. Yeah, well, let's see what happens. The reason is because we could actually do a fib retracement, confluence, and you could see here's a 50% retracement region or to 61.8, pick up orders and then continue to the upside. But for sales, we should be looking for sales below this region. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off and just put it here basically. So price below that region to look for retest and then continue to the downside. Alright, so let's see what happens. Moreover, if we look at the bigger picture, if we pull our fib here to this point here, you could see price has come to retest these regions, and possible take profit regions at 1.3713 and 1.3850 regions. Okay, in the long run, this is like the 4 hours time frame. So we had a push from this region here to the top here, 1.36, and then we have had the price pull back into this region, so 50% retracement and 61 just between them, and then we've seen price take off as a continuation. Now we would anticipate to see price continue, but it might play around, but this looks good as an indication that in the long run we should see price retest the regions of 1.37. And that's that for pound USD. Over here on euro USD is quite similar. We've seen price pull back to take pick up orders around this region here, and now it looks like it's consolidating here. And last week towards the end of market close, the same price looks like it broke above this region. So what I'm looking at for is to either see price make more new moves to retest here, pull back for picking up orders, and then we could get some higher highs and higher lows. In the end, I want to see price above 1.17 and above. Now for sell opportunities, price would have to come back to break these regions here. I like to see price below that region there. Let me take this big one off and put in just a line there. So if price comes to break below this region one more time, then we could possibly be looking out for sell opportunities. And also let's put in mind that price might pull back a little bit into this region here and continue to the upside. Alright, so let's see how that goes. And then over here on gold, we've seen price keep making huge moves. Let's put it on the daily time frame here. We've seen price keep making new highs of 3600. This is the highest we've seen since the inception of gold trading. So we could basically see that we're in for a ride, and we definitely know we're looking for buys, but it would be almost good or perfect if we get a pullback. Into these regions here for a continuation to the upside, or even possibly to these regions of 3440. all right, so a pullback and a continuation is what we're looking for. On the 1 hour time frame, this is also a level, so we could actually use that here. Let me just put something like that. Yeah, well, let's just see I'm not interested in sales because I'll be you might be trapped. So all we're looking for buys. If we get rejections around here, either rejections around here, we can continue to the upside, or we could price could come into these regions and then continue. So yeah, and the last one will be around here. So but let's just see what happens. And then for USDCAD, basically we might say that this is price rejecting this region fully, and we might now start selling from this region here. Okay, last week I anticipated a breakup price below this region to sell. So at this point, with the way price close is possible, we might just be selling from here. Otherwise, we might see price break above these regions here, and maybe retest 1.3915 and above. And lastly, for the confluence, you've seen how price closed with a huge rejection around this region. We might just want to see price pull up a little bit into this regions and then sell back, break below, retest and so on. Or we could just get price break below these regions as market opens and start selling. Then lastly, I'm really interested for buys really if we see price above these regions. Okay, the whole price around this region might be huge manipulations because we'll see it's currently ranging around this region. So let's see what happens with that. If price pulls back into these regions and rejects and starts selling, then we're very sure we'll be looking for opportunities for buys here, and buys also here on EURUSD. Alright, that's that for the outlook. I'll see you guys for recap during the weekends, and ciao.